Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today's video is actually something brought upon by a conversation I had with a friend of mine about Nexomon 1 for consoles, and I thought it warranted a video since a large portion of my audience are in fact big Nexomon fans. If you're out of the loop, Nexomon 1 has been confirmed for consoles, this particularly being the first Nexomon, aka the original, aka the prequel to Nexomon Extinction. Those who've been following my channel for a while know that Nexomon Extinction is one of my favorite monster taming games of all time, and I'm pretty sure by just taking a look at my video library, you'll see a lot of Nexomon love there. That said, today's video is going to touch on what to expect from Nexomon 1 and to sort of curb everyone's expectations a little bit, because whilst Nexomon 1, from what I've played so far, is fantastic, Nexomon Extinction is basically a masterpiece, and I don't want people thinking that the original will be as good or better than the sequel. That said, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Okay, so I want to start things off by saying that Nexomon 1 is by no means a bad game. I'd go as far as to say, from what I've played, it's a great game so far. But I want people to remember that this is going to be going back to the first Nexomon, which roughly came out 3 years before Extinction, and we do know that this is a port, not a remake. The original game came out for mobile back in 2017, and then was later ported to Steam, and for the most part, the Steam port and the console version will be identical, with a few minor adjustments, of course. Whilst going into Nexomon 1 after playing Nexomon Extinction, it's really important to keep in mind that this is the first game, and you should be treating it like going into Pokemon Red or Blue, for example, after playing Pokemon Gold or Silver. There are going to be certain features and functionalities that are different or not up to par with Nexomon Extinction, because the sequel has had the extra time to expand upon those features. A great example of this is back sprites. Nexomon 1, and even at the beginning of development in Nexomon Extinction, we did not have separate back sprites for whether you were facing or using a certain monster. This is going to be something present in Nexomon 1 that a lot of people may see as a downgrade, because, I mean, back sprites are objectively an extra thing. They're of course going to be regarded as better. The rarity of Nexomon is also a lot more important in the first game, with the more rare Nexomon being the ones that tend to get evolutions and the common ones tend to not get evolutions. So people may see that as an inferior design choice. And there are 300 Nexomon instead of 400, but I think 300 is still plenty, so that shouldn't be an issue. Once again, I do say all this not to say the game isn't good, but that it is a prequel utilizing all of the previous mechanics, so it's not a remake. This isn't the Fire Red or Leaf Green of Nexomon. This is much more similar to, I don't know, let's say the Red and Blue ports on 3DS. Albeit Nexomon 1 came out a lot more recently than Red and Blue, but you guys know what I'm saying. This isn't a reimagined take on the game. This is just a one-to-one port, and you shouldn't expect Nexomon Extinction stuff that has had more time and resources allocated to improving it to be in the same league as Nexomon 1, which came out before. Basically, I don't want people going in on Nexomon 1 having their hope for the game to have more features and more content than Nexomon Extinction just because it's coming out later, then being disappointed by that fact, and then subsequently saying the game is bad. I just want people to be able to enjoy Nexomon 1 for what it is. My takeaway message to this video is to just go into the game with an open mind and understand that this is a previous title being ported for present hardware and is not a game developed after Extinction. JVemin and P-Cube are absolute champions for bringing this delightful game to console, and I'm really hoping that we as a community can appreciate it and not expect it to be Nexomon 3. That said, I do plan on making a ton of guides for Nexomon 1, and you can imagine it'll be like what we saw on my channel with Extinction, but for Nexomon 1. We'll do breakdowns of the starter evolutions, we'll do a review, we'll do various guides on how to get various Nexomon, etc. So if you are a fan of Nexomon, this is definitely the place to be. I'm pretty sure I'm the most frequent when it comes to Nexomon Extinction, or just Nexomon content in general on YouTube. So if you're a Nexomon fan, this is the place. Come join the community. We're lovely. But with that being said, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter, and you can check out my Discord and Patreon, all links in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.